you've been seeing me. I think that it's time that we make some peace. Tell me if I'm right or should I let you be? Wasting hella time is one thing I don't need. Usually I'm not so forward, yeah. Usually I'm the one being hunted, yeah. So tell me right now, what's about to go? Need to know.
Guys, so welcome back to my channel. For today I'm gonna do a story time. I'm really debating on like what story time I should tell you guys. I don't know. So I just want to say before you guys watch this, 1, I'm sorry about my boobs. 2, my voice was going in and out. I don't know why. That just seemed to be like the thing that day. And I have a voice. It kept, like it sounded like so raspy. So yeah. But enjoy the story time. Minimal editing. Just enjoy. Okay, bye. I guess I'll tell you guys about the time. Okay, so since I'm single, yeah, so I'll tell you a story time about how a guy was like trash as fuck to me. I've been trying to tell a story time for a good ass minute, but like I never knew how to say it. So today we're just gonna let all that shit out. It's 2020, I'm letting all that shit go. I'm gonna just tell y'all, and it is what it is. So basically our story starts where my story starts maybe 2017. I met this guy. I really don't know how I added him on Snapchat, but somehow I think I saw his Instagram and I was like, oh, he's really cute. So then I was like, I guess I may have added him. Yeah, I feel like I added him because I'm really always the aggressor. Especially, like, I'm okay with, like, meeting on social media. Totally normal. And then around, like, 2017, we were all kind of, like, sliding into DMs and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool. Hold on. Let me put, like, another pillow or something. Okay, so we were all sliding in DMs or whatever. So I got his Snap, I think. I think this is what happened. So I got his Snapchat. He ended up, like, always, like, talking to me and, like, saying, like, little stuff like, oh, you're beautiful and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay. He's, like, so cute. And then, like, he started sending me pictures and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I see what you back in with. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, whatever. So I had got into a relationship in 2018. I was like, he had texted me, he was like, this is when my mental health was like trash. Like I was never this bubbly and happy in 2018. I say that was like my worst year. 2016, 17, and 18, those 3 years were like my worst years out of my whole life. Only because of the amount of depression and shit that I went through. But basically, maybe I'll like I think I should share that with you guys. Because I always feel like we always need like, you know, to understand other people's ways of coping and, you know, all that. So we're going to move on from that. So I was like, okay. I told him, I was like, oh, I got a boyfriend now. Like, I can't, you going to get me in trouble. He was like, oh, shit, you got a man. Tell me when you single. So I was like, I took that to heart. I literally was like, okay, cool. I'm going to tell him when I'm single. So me and my boyfriend broke up. And, well, I broke up with him because he ain't shit. So I broke up with him. And I was like, I'm single. Like, hey daddy, I've missed you. Where you at? What you doing? So he was like, oh, for real? Like, you're single? So I was like, yeah. How have you been? And blah, 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 all that other shit. So then we just started talking, and it was just like, it was chill. Like, it was nothing, like, too big of a deal. We would say, like, happy birthday to each other and stuff. And then, like, I got his number. Then he was like, oh, I'm coming to Chicago. So I'm like, oh, my God. Like, this is real. Like, he's about to come to Chicago. So I'm like, okay, I got to meet up with him. Right? And I'm like nervous. Because I'm like, I don't know what to wear. I wore some sweatpants. And y'all know, just because I wore some sweatpants don't mean I was trying to, Anyway, but I wore some sweatpants, and I was like, he's like, you knew what you was doing with them sweatpants, huh? I was like, what? I didn't get it at the time. I wasn't as hip as I am now. That's so corny. I wasn't like as versed as I am now. So I guess like sweatpants equal I'm trying to fuck. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. I thought like sweatpants were fine, but whatever. So then I was like, okay. So we end up, yeah, I lost my virginity when I met him, and it was really spur of the moment. Like, I don't feel bad about a one-night stand at all. I'm sorry. I'm just not the type of person that feels bad about stuff like that, because like, it's my body. I do whatever I want. And no, I didn't catch nothing. I was safe, and all that other stuff. Well, I wasn't safe, but I took, you know, girls, like, y'all know, we slip up and we get really excited, and they the same person when you meet them, and then like, you just like, wow, like, this is unreal. And it's all in the moment and stuff. That's how it was with me and him. So fast forward, we're still talking, not really like constant as much, but we're still talking just a little bit. So I'm telling him like, oh, I'm gonna come to Houston and stuff like that. He's like, oh yes, like you can stay with me and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And he like wasn't offering to pay for my ticket, but I don't know. I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'll pay for my own ticket. Like, it's not that big of a deal. At the time, I wasn't a city girl. I didn't understand the rules, sis. But now, you pay for me to fly out. I ain't flying out unless you pay. But anyway, so I was like, I flaked on him because I was like nervous. Because I don't know why I was so nervous. Like, well, I was studying for the LSAT. I was studying I was playing tennis consistently, like, every weekend. So it wasn't like I had, sorry, my boobs keep, like, wanting to say hello to y'all. Okay, so it wasn't like, oh, I had time to just, like, get up and go. So I was like, okay, you know, all right. So I just didn't go. So I, like, kind of stopped talking to him. So then I picked up with him, like, a couple years, maybe, I think so I picked up with him the year 2018, and then 2019, in the beginning of the year, I picked up with him. And, like, the vibe wasn't changed. Like, we still were cool or whatever. Still, like, said hey and, like, hard eyes and shit like that. And then when I went down there, because, okay, so me and my best friend Taylor were planning on going to New Orleans. So there was a, like, layover in Houston. So I was like, oh, well, I can, like, come see you. And he was, like, really excited. He was like, oh, but, like, he was kind of reserved. You could tell, because he didn't really think I was going to, like, go through with it because I had flaked. So he was like, what makes you want to come now? Like, why you want to come now and stuff? So I was like, come on now. Like, I'm grown. I'm not, 21, 22. And he was like, okay, cool. Like, no, well, I was 22. What am I talking about? I was young, but, like, I'm more mature. Like, I got over the hump that I wasn't going to law school and stuff, and I, like, felt like my mental health was, like, right. So, I'm back. I had to turn the heat off. It was getting way too hot in here. So, I got over the hump, not going to law school. So, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to see him, and we're going to just, like, vibe, Because I'm still, like, in a more, I'm in a more, like, happy place, I'm not trying to argue, start some drama, like, that's not my thing. I never really liked starting drama anyway, so, that's just not my thing. So I'm like, okay, cool, like, we're gonna have fun. So I wore my natural hair. I guess, like, I look different since the last time he saw me. Whatever. My hair was popping. It was big. Like, it was amazing. So I'm over here, like, talking about how I looked. I mean, he looked the same, but his vibe was really different. I should have known the vibe was gonna be different when he didn't. When he came to the airport, he didn't help me put my bag in his car. Should have knew the vibe was off. Cause I'm just like, I'm not thinking straight. I'm just, y'all know, sometimes we not, like, pointed. Like, we're not pointed on it every time. But best believe, I caught that shit. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's like in a bad mood, whatever. Look at me giving excuses. Not even his wife or girlfriend, just giving excuses. So he takes us, and he takes me and him, and we start driving. We start talking, and mind you, before I went down there, he texted me and he was like, "Do you want to do anything? Like, do you know what you want to do?" And I'm like, "No, you can plan it out, but like when I got there, he didn't really plan it all the way through." And I forgot, like it slipped my mind that he had said he had to do errands, but I was like, I don't mind doing errands with you. Like, I just came down to chill with you, honestly. I really don't require that much. Like, y'all, I was like, the bar is in hell at this point. That's how I was acting. Ridiculous. So, I'm like, he's like, okay. Like, I told you I had to do this, do this. I'm like, then do it. Like, do it then. I don't care. So, we go out to eat. And he takes me to get food. First thing, he takes me to this like place called Sonoma. It was so nice, y'all. Like, oh my God. Houston really has some really nice places. Like, y'all really pay attention to things. I guess because y'all can. Like, y'all can be on a rooftop or do whatever. Y'all lucky like that. In Chicago, it's cold. I'm inside with a spring dress on telling a story time. Can't be outside and do it. So y'all lucky. But anyway, so so then we go to this other place. I forgot what the other place was called. So we go to this other place, and we're like, I'm like eating, and I'm like, can we sit outside? Because I just came from like Chicago. It was not that hot, but it was hot in Houston, which is hot all the time. If it's hot all the time, why do you have such a problem sitting on the roof? Sitting in the like outside area, whatever. So he had a problem with that, so we sat down at the bar, and I'm like, okay, I'll just get this, get that. We eat, then we're like talking and stuff. It feels like you could cut. It was like tension, but I didn't do nothing. I literally did not do anything. I would fess up and tell y'all if I did something, like if I intentionally said something that would piss him off. I didn't do anything like that. So I literally, like, what did I do? I was like, okay, like, where are we going next? What are we doing next? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about the Galleria. Didn't you say I didn't say, didn't you say you had to do something? But, like, I forgot he said that. But he got so mad. Like, when I was suggesting things to do, y'all, you would think he was a whole female. He was like, I told you I got something to motherfucking do. I'm like, first off, you're not going to yell at me like I'm your child, because I'm not your child. Do not yell at me. Do not be rude to me. No, not happening. So I'm like, all this yelling and arguing, it was just killing the vibe. I was like, well, you do what you think is best. Y'all, when I said that, that man sped off onto the highway. Sped the fuck off. Like, I got you this mad. Like, I didn't do nothing. So he's like, take me to the hotel that he got. And it wasn't a nice hotel. It was like a normal, like, Hilton or Sheraton, whatever. And he was supposed to stay there with me. So he didn't, like, he just left me. He left me at the hotel. It was such a creepy hotel. Like, so you just gonna leave me there and not even make sure I get to the room? You're that mad? He didn't help me get my bag out the car again. He helped me get into the hotel. He checked in, paid for it, and then left. As soon as I got on the elevator with these creepy ass men. These men were like, oh, what you getting into tonight? Now I'm on the elevator with these weirdos. So because I suggested some things to do, you had the problem to like speed the fuck off and then drop me off and then not even care about my safety. Like, it's that serious? Whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know? All right, you want to have all this like extra, doing all this extra. So I go into the room and I'm just in the room and I'm just like thinking to myself, like, why did he act like that? So I call my mom and my best friend, and she has my location on. But I call all my best friends, like, it's only 2 at the time. Still is, only 2. So, no, 3. 3 now, 3. So I told her, I was like, he just left me. Like, I'm telling everybody they just left me. My mom's like, there's no reason he just left you. Like, maybe it's something that he didn't want you to know. Like, I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to be sneaky or something. I'm just like, that's so not normal. Is this normal behavior? This is some asshole ass shit. Like, that's not normal behavior at all. I don't care what anybody said. If any man, like men, be honest. Like, be honest. Just tell us how you feel. Or shit, he could have told me how he felt. Like, you're trash, bro. You're trash. Anyway. But yeah. So he left me, and then all of a sudden, I'm laying down in the bed. It's about like 6 o'clock. I order Uber Eats because I'm starving again. So now, I mean, my Uber Eats is creepy as fuck. I'm like a fucking ninja trying to get through the hallway, trying to get back to my room really quick because I don't know who's out there. I'm in a state all alone. Yes, I created this scenario myself, but still, now I gotta make sure that, you know, I'm not dying tonight. So yeah, yes. After all that, so it's about 6 o'clock now, and I'm like, okay, I need to, like, let me move y'all. Okay, so it's about 6 o'clock now, and I need to, like, you know, get ready to go to sleep, because I'm like, I need to sleep this whole situation off. I was, like, in such, like, disbelief, I guess, because, like, you never think that if you go visit someone that, like, you're cool with, you know, you never know when they're changing, like, their tune. Like, people can change like that. They can change just like that. So, yeah. So, it gets around to be, like, 9 o'clock. And I'm just, like, watching TV and stuff. And, y'all, out of the corner of my eye, I saw this fucking bug. And I was like, that's humongous. Why is it so big? Mind you, I hate bugs. Hate anything with crawly leg. Ugh. Bugs are so gross. So, I'm like, okay, no. I know this place don't got roaches. I, like, freaked the fuck out because there became to be more of them. So, when there was more of them, I was like, oh, no. Like, where am I gonna go? I don't want to sit in the freaking hotel room with bugs. So, I, like, put my, like, suitcase on my bed, too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is nasty. I don't know what I'm taking home. So, I need to leave this hotel. So, I'm like, okay, cool. So, I get up and I check out early. And the guy's like, oh, is there anything wrong with the bed, with the room? And I'm like, yeah, there were bugs all in that room. He was like, I'm so sorry about that. And I'm like, but still charge that card. Do not charge it. I'm just checking out early. He's gonna pay. We're gonna call him Shit. Shit's gonna pay, okay? He's gonna pay. So I ended up going to the airport at 9 p.m. And I stayed at the airport till 9 a.m. till my flight. Until Taylor came through. I literally slept in an airport. The most uncomfortable sleep I've ever had in my life. But at the same time, y'all, I felt more safe at the airport than I did anywhere else in Houston at the time. So I was like, I'm not complaining. It was perfectly fine. Don't fuck with goofy ass men. And be mindful of people you meet. Basically, I will never do anything dumb like this again. I literally put myself in a situation that, like, was low-key unsafe. And so, yeah, you live and you learn, you know? I have so many things to tell you guys. More story times. I actually might film another one. But, yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoyed hearing about my tragic choices, it was just one tragic choice. It wasn't that bad, was it? I don't know. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. Hit that bell so you guys can be notified of all my videos that I post. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.